inside waters. When it is very warm, the polar bears will go into the will prefer staying in the waters. What makes polar bears good swimmers? What makes polar bears good swimmers? It has got wide paws. Paws are very wide, which help it not only to swim well but also walk with ease in the snow. They can walk easily on the snow. While swimming underwater, it can closes its nostrils and can remain underwater for long durations. The polar bears can stay underwater, closing their nostrils for a very long span of time. What do polar bears? How do polar bears catch their prey? How do polar bears catch their prey? They have a strong sense of smell. They have a very strong sense of smell that their strong sense of smell helps the polar bears catch their prey. Okay. What are the adaptations found in penguins? You might have seen penguins. Penguins also belong to polar regions, but they are something different from polar bears. So what are the adaptations which are found in penguins? Another well-known living organism in polar region is the penguin. It has white fur and merges well with the white background. Penguin also has a thick skin and lot of fat. They also have lot of fat under their skin, which acts as insulation and it protects them from the cold climate of the polar regions. Then name a few other polar animals. Now, what are the other polar animals? The other polar animals are What are the two polar animals we discussed about? We discussed about polar bears and penguins. Penguins hide themselves to keep warmer. Penguins always hide themselves. They always huddle themselves. Okay, they'll always be in groups. They huddle themselves so that they don't lose heat to the atmosphere. They'll always be in groups. They hold their hands and move. They would be holding their hands and they'll be moving in groups so that their energy is conserved. Their bodies are streamlined and their feet have webs, making them good swimmers. Other animals living in the polar regions are many types of fishes, musk, oxen, reindeers, foxes, seals, whales, and birds. These are other polar animals. Birds migrate to warmer regions when the winter sets in. Whenever winter sets in, when the temperature goes very low. Now, what would these migratory birds be doing? The birds migrate to warmer regions. From the colder regions, the birds would be migrating to warmer regions. The Siberian crane that comes from Siberia to places like Bharatpur in Rajasthan and Sultanpur in Haryana and some wetlands of northeast and some other parts of India. Now see, this Siberian crane comes from Siberia to places like Bharatpur in Rajasthan, Sultanpur in Haryana and some wetlands. There are some wetlands of northeast and some other parts of India. Migratory birds have a unique sense of direction which tells them in which direction to fly to reach the same place. See, now these migratory birds have a unique sense of direction also. They know in which direction they need to move. Some migratory birds probably use landmarks to guide them to reach the same place. Now, there are some migratory birds which use landmarks where they know where there are mountain peaks. They know where are some steep valleys. They'll not go there. They will remember where they have steep valleys, and they also take into account what the position of the stars. position of the sun and position of the moon to help them to navigate in different directions. Many migratory birds are guided by the sun during the day and by night the position of the stars to reach the same place. They know they have to come back to the same place where they started from. There is also some evidence that migratory birds may be using a magnetic field of the earth to find direction so as to reach the same place. Now earth has got a magnetic field, there are magnetic field lines. So birds, they use these magnetic field lines and they come back to the same place. Which are the other animals who migrate and why do they migrate? Why do animals migrate? Many types of fishes and insects such as butterfly are known to migrate seasonally in such favorable conditions such as climate and food. There will be conditions for climate and food. Under favorable conditions of climate and food, now these fishes, insects and butterflies would be moving from one place to the other. Explain the climate of tropical rainforest. What is the climate of tropical rainforest? The area of earth near the both sides of equator, that is equator. Now this is the globe and at the center, through the center there is a line called the equator. The area of earth near both sides of equator is known as tropical region. The tropical region has generally a hot climate because of location around the equator. There is a very high temperature at equator because the sun is very direct. Sun rays fall on directly on the equator. During hot summer days in this region may go above 40 degrees Celsius. Even in the coldest days in this region may go above 40 degrees Celsius. Even in the coldest temperature is generally 15 degrees Celsius. Coldest is 15 and in the hottest one goes above 40 degrees Celsius. This region gets plenty of rainfall. An important feature of this region is the tropical rainforest. What is the important feature of this region? The tropical rainforest. The amount of rainfall in the tropical region is also very good. Where are the tropical rainforests found? The tropical rainforests are found in the Western Ghats and Assam in India and Southeast Asia. Which are the major animals found there? The region supports wide variety of plants and animals. The major types of animals living in the rainforest are monkeys, apes, gorillas, tigers, elephants, leopards, lizards, snakes, birds and insects. These are the different kinds of animals found in this region. Why do the tropical rainforest organisms have competition for food? Why do they compete for food? The climatic conditions in rainforests are highly suitable for supporting enormous number of animals and variety of animals. Since the number is large, there is lot of competition for food and shelter. The number of animals is very large, so competition of food is very tough. Many animals are adapted to live on the trees. Some animals are adapted to live on the trees because the place is full of animals. So the animals are adapted to live on the trees also. What are the adaptations in red-eyed frog? Now there is a red-eyed frog. What are the adaptations in that red-eyed frog? What are the adaptations in red-eyed frog? The red-eyed frog developed sticky pads. It has got sticky pads. You can find a picture of this red-eyed frog in your book. It has got the hands have got some sticky substance so that they can just fix themselves to the walls. Lizards also have sticky paws so that it is very easy for them to climb up. Monkeys have long tails for grasping branches. Their hands and feet are such that they can easily hold onto the branches. What are the adaptations in bird token? There's a bird called token. What are the adaptations in this bird? The bird token, which possesses a long beak, it helps a token to reach the fruits and or fruits on branches which are otherwise too weak to support its weight. The branches are have very low weight, so they'll be falling off. So to support its weight, it has got a very long beak so that it can pick up the fruits. Now, what are the adaptations in big cats? Now, what are big cats? Big cats are tigers, lions, leopards. These all come in the cat family. Now, what are the adaptations found in these animals? Many tropical animals have sensitive hearing. They're very good at hearing. Share sharp eyesight. Eyesight is very sharp. They have a thick skin. Skin is very thick and a skin color which help them to camouflage. They have the ability to blend themselves in the background. They can camouflage. They have the ability to with the environment where they stay. Camouflage by blending with the surroundings. This is to protect them from predators. For example, big cats have thick skin and sensitive hearing. They have a thick skin. Skin is very thick and they have a very sensitive hearing. What are adaptations in lion-tailed macaque? Lion-tailed macaque. Macaque is monkey. Okay. The lion-tailed macaque lives in the rainforest of the Western Ghats. Its most outstanding feature is the silver mane. Mane means the back of the body. The back of the body has got a silver mane which surrounds the head from the cheeks down to its chin. It is a good climber and spends a major part of its life on the trees. It lives on the trees. It feeds mainly on fruits. It also eats seeds, young leaves, stems, flowers, and buds. This bearded ape also searches for insects under the bark. Searches for insects under the bark. What are the adaptations in Indian elephant? Elephant has adapted to the conditions of rainforest in many remarkable ways. Its trunk uses it uses its trunk as a nose, of which it has a strong sense of smell. The trunk is also used for picking up food. It uses its trunk to pick up food. Moreover, it has tusks. It has tusks. They are modified teeth. These can peer the bark of the trees that elephant loves to eat. So elephant is able to handle the competition for food rather well. Large ears of the elephant help to hear even soft sound. Even the soft sound can be heard. They also help the elephant to keep cool in hot and humid climate of the rainforest. Okay, that's all for the chapter. We can move to the exercise. We'll discuss the exercises, then I'll send you the notes and you also have to do the homework for this lesson. Name the elements that determine the weather of a place. It's here, temperature, humidity and rainfall are the elements which are to be considered while considering weather of a place. When are the maximum and minimum temperatures likely to occur during the day? Minimum is early morning and maximum is mid of the day, that is noon. During the noon time, the temperature is very high and during the morning hours it's very low. The average weather taken over a long time is called climate. The place where very little rainfall and temperature is high throughout the year, and here the climate of the place will be dash and dash. Little rainfall and high and temperature is very high, then that is hot and humid. It's very hot and it's also humid at the same time. The two regions of the earth with extreme climates are the polar regions and the tropical region. Okay, the polar regions, Antarctic and Arctic poles will have poles and the equator will have very harsh climates. Indicate the type of climate in the following areas. Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir climate is cool and cold. Kerala, wet and humid. Rajasthan, dry and humid. Northeast. Northeast has very wet kind of climate. Wet. Which of the two changes frequently, weather or climate? The weather would be changing frequently. Which are some of the characteristics of animals? Heavy diets on fruits. Which are the animals who live on heavy diets? The tropical rainforest. Need to migrate polar regions. White fur polar regions. Loud voice tropical rainforest. Sticky pads tropical rainforest. Layer of fat under the skin polar regions. Wide and large paws polar regions. Bright colors tropical rainforest. Strong tails tropical rainforests, long and large beak tropical rainforests. Then we have the tropical rainforest has a large population of animals. Explain why. Now this houses a large population because it has the temperature is very good because continuous warmth and rainfall. Tropical rainforest region supports wide variety of plants and animals. The climatic conditions in rainforest is highly supportive and suitable for the enormous number and variety of animals. Explain with examples why we find animals of certain kind living in particular climatic conditions. Why do you find only few animals living in particular climatic conditions? Because they are adapted. They have got certain body features which help them to live in a particular climate. They are adapted to live in that particular climate. Explain with examples why we find animals of certain kind. This is say polar animals are adapted only for polar regions. They cannot live in the tropical rainforest because the body is not designed to stay. उनकी बॉडी उनको परमिट नहीं करेगी उस अलग एनवायरनमेंट में एडजस्ट होने के लिए. How do elephant living in the tropical rainforest adapt? They are called a trunk. They have teeth. They are modified into tusks. A carnivore with stripes on its body move very fast while catching its prey. It is likely to be in the tropical rainforest. Which features adapt the polar bears to live in extreme cold climate? A white fur, fat below the skin, keen sense of smell. Which option best describes the tropical region? Tropical region is best explained by moderate temperature and heavy rainfall. Okay, we have finished the exercises. We have finished discussing for the chapter, and I'll send you questions in. I'll send you the notes in WhatsApp, and I'll also send you homework in WhatsApp. Okay.
Meaning of camouflage.
Camouflage means mimicking. आपने रेड कलर के कपड़े पहने हैं और आप रेड कलर के रूम में जा रहे हो, रेड दीवार के पीछे छुप पा रहे हो. That is camouflaging. Camouflaging मतलब mimicking. Mimicking the environment. Any more questions? Yes, do you have any more doubts?
मैम थोड़ा साइड होइए इतना है.
Yes, do you have any doubts? thoughts?
राइट साइड पे लिखना है।
क्या?
उधर उधर से लिखना है राइट साइड। कहाँ से?
फोन क्यों stop है? इसमें बताइए ना क्या था? Hang हो गया। थोड़ा सा
From the plus button on the bottom, select window capture. In the upcoming window, choose the window you want to share. In a
I'm sending you notes on WhatsApp. स्कूल का आईडी क्या
गाड़ी अब कब होता है? कौन सा आईडी?
अबे एसीएस नरवा पहाड़
मेल कर रहे हो?
हाँ
acnadabar.yahoo.in है सर।
गलत मेरे लाइक कर दिया
तो उसको देख लो गूगल में।
अबे
अरे स्कूल का साइट में रहना, स्कूल साइट में
राइट है राइट
वो टाइप case, it will be Google Meet window on Chrome browser. Plus button on the bottom, select window capture. In the upcoming window, choose the PS in your computer. You will get a screen like this. From the plus button on the bottom, select window capture. In the upcoming window, choose the window you want to. You will get a screen like this. From the plus button on the bottom, select window capture. In the upcoming window, choose the window you want to share. In our case, it will be Google Meet window on Chrome browser. From the plus button on the bottom, select window capture. In the upcoming window, choose the window you want to share. In our case, it will be Google Meet window on Chrome browser. You can adjust the window size also. The upcoming window, choose the window you want to share. In our case, it will be Google Meet window on Chrome browser. You can adjust the window size also. You can adjust the window. Case, it will be Google. After installing OBS in your computer, you will get a screen like this. From the plus button on the bottom, select window can adjust the window size also. Then go to Settings tab. Make sure that the settings are like this.
बहुत टाइम
तो कुछ डाउट्स पूछ रहे हैं? क्या डाउट्स हैं आप बताइए? I'm sending you notes on WhatsApp. Please go through the notes.
What is the meaning of app?
What is the meaning of?
App.
नहीं समझ में आया.
Apps. Apps.
Apes.
Yes.
APES.
APs.
Apes are big. Apes are bigger size monkeys. और क्या डाउट्स है?
क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 क्या लिखा है?
Where are weather reports made? The weather reports are made by the Indian Meteorological Survey. The Indian Meteorological Department makes the weather reports. Any more doubts?
Okay, sir. Finish करें? Finish करें?